I had a small problem with the excavator the other day. It burnt out this control valve here. That's toast, and what that does is runs off these extension switches, so the boom can't go too far one way or the other. That as soon as that switch tells it's come to the end of its reach, then that switch stops that flow of fuel. So there's three. That one's for the dipper arm and the boom, and the other two are for probably the track gear and crowd or something like that. I did a lot of hoses. I'll explain to you how this thing works. What happens is you've got one small pump here, and that's I think it's about 300 psi, and that goes up into the controls, and then the controls, out of the controls, then it comes into this diversion valve, and so it's got three diversions. That's Hitachi, that's the Caterpillar, and then it's AHI control, so you can electronically put the controls around. Now from here it goes into these switching banks here. So what this is, it goes in one side and out the other, or out this side and in that side, and there's a big valve that switches backwards and forwards, letting oil pressure from that one to that one. Now this oil pressure here is a different one. That's your 300 psi, and this one here is actually, that one there is less than 300. It could be about 50, I'm not quite sure. But this one here is 3000 psi, and that comes off this pump here. Is the big pump, 3000 psi. Hope I'm doing this right. Now, from these is what runs your high pressure in your boom and things like that. Now I got the guy in to replace this, but unfortunately he got very sick, and he was in hospital for a couple of weeks, and he's been now recuperating for a couple of weeks. So it's probably over a month where this job's been hung up for. It's taking up space in my shed. So while it was off, I decided to repaint the body. So I've just finished. When I fixed the boom, I broke the boom, and so I had some paint left over from the boom, and I thought I'd do this one day. You don't want to look too closely at this because the paintwork's good, the preparation is shit. It's very hard. I don't think you'd pick up all the bad bodywork that I left on it. I mean, along the top here there's a couple of cracks there, and this one here, this piece here was split right through, and I fiberglassed all that up. This one here was a big crack down through there, and I fiberglassed all that up, and there was a lot of big, pretty horrendous gouges into it. I body filled all those, and these are the 3 steel bits and the last little plastic bit over the motor. But hopefully it'll all go back together soon. I thought if it's been a month so far, I think he must be just about right now, because I have just about forgotten where all these bits go now. There's little bits and pieces here and there. That piece there, I might paint that cowling, but see about that. There's all these bits, and then we've got all these, and there's the bonnet and the seat, and that bit there's pretty much toast, so I might see if I can cut a new one out of that, out of aluminium. But, never mind. A few people have been asking about this thing. I've got 2 jobs on. There's the beach buggy's got to be painted, and I've got to finish this off. So as we're just coming into winter now, I'm going to get right into this thing and get this finished while the wet weather comes in. So I'll be doing this and the beach buggy. Got to get the digger out of the way because I need the space. Hopefully he'll come. So I'll see a few more bits and pieces coming very shortly.